Hello, everyone. Welcome to the sixth grade Intro to Computers class. I'm just going to sort of explain in more detail what you're seeing on this slide presentation. So to begin, just as an overview of the presentation, there are three marking periods. Each marking period has a project broken into 10 parts, and each part is worth 10 points. So 10 times 10 is 100. This first marking period that I'm showing you here, you see the 10 parts of the project, digital citizenship, and then all the stuff that we can do in Google. I need to make sure that students are able to maintain their privacy, their safety when they're online, on their screens in whatever capacity, and also their responsibilities. So while we're doing that, we're going to be working through Google Classroom and making sure students know what to do there, like for me and in the rest of their classes. The second marking period, we get into coding, but it's still a 10 times 10 kind of thing with 10 parts of the project worth 10 points. Now, in the spring, this is last spring's rubric. I'll be changing this a little bit, but you'll still see 10 times 10 with some coding and some graphic design opportunities, which I'll get to. So let's just stick here with marking period one, and I'll run through what you have here. The first thing that we're doing is this little bit of data collection in Google Sheets. I asked the kids how many hours per week they were doing on various things on their screen. We collected the data, made some graphs, so kids have a basic understanding of how to use Google Sheets. They'll create a survey in Google Forms, and then they will create a slide presentation where, again, we go through the basics. I know they know some of this, but a picture slide, a video slide, I make sure they know how to use a table, create a diagram, and then they pull graphs from the surveys that they did in class. And the big thing with the first marking period at the end is they will create a poster. This is a student's poster from last year that made from scratch. And they pick a topic related to digital citizenship, privacy, safety, and responsibility on your screens. So that's the theme the entire marking period. And that takes care of the first marking period. Now, the second marking period is almost entirely building this website using HTML. This one has CSS in it. I'm going to delete the CSS just for a second. And this is what a very simple website using HTML looks like. Again, this is going to take most of the second marking period and all the HTML coding, which is original. All this work is original by the student, is over here on the left. Now, the third marking period, students, let me put the CSS back. Oops, sorry. So the CSS, cascading style sheets, just helps make it a little more fancy with some fonts and some colors and whatnot. So the third marking period, students who are still interested in coding can do some more coding. Others are going to be more into graphic design. And here we go to Tinkercad. There are literally hundreds of these little designs to choose from the YouTube channel that I have kids go to. But students can make some 3D designs. Photoshop, this is a student from last year who pasted her face into a painting of Ada Lovelace. Ada Lovelace is credited with writing the first computer code, or at least the first algorithm designed for a machine. So that would be one of the options in graphic design. Oops, sorry. This is where I meant to be. We also do famous paintings and photographs where we cut the painting up into a grid. Each kid picks one of the squares, then we paste it back together to create a painting. So kids work in Illustrator as well. That's pretty much all the work I'm going to show you. We do have a typing test, which is very important. The typing test is all about which finger hits which key. The words per minute is 10 for the first test. There's only two. The other is 12 words per minute in May. But really, speed is not the issue. I'm literally standing behind kids, staring at their fingers with a clipboard, and every time, every key they hit with the wrong finger It's a point off the quiz, and it's a 10-point test. So that pretty much sums it up. Let me see if I can get back to where I was. Yeah, that takes us through the first, second, and third marking periods. If you have any questions, please do reach out, and thank you for watching.